Yeah. Alright, fuck it. Let me see this video, bro. How does this matchmaking work?
Hi, Rebels. I'm Zuyong. We've heard
Watch it be complete dot. No, I'm joking.
your passionate feedback and ongoing discussions about matchmaking and ranking in Marvel Rivals. Your voices matter, and we want to give you a transparent look into how these systems work and what we are doing to improve them. Quick heads up. Any numbers used are for illustrative purpose only.
If we don't have the numbers, then what are we supposed to do with it?
The calculation process is also simplified for easier understanding and does not represent the full detailed formulas.
Sure, buddy.
After every competitive match, your score is calculated based on two key components: base points and performance points. Each weighted according to your current rank. The formula
it's the character
looks
thing,
like
right?
this.
What the fuck? Oh.
This depends on match outcome, your current competitive score, average competitive score of the enemy team. First, the match result determines whether you gain or lose points. Win and you will gain points, lose and you will lose points.
Okay, before I even look at any of this, like, this whole thing is like, this whole thing can be solved, in my opinion, if they just make ranking harder. Like, for example, I just promoted just now, right? I'm 5 out of 100. If I lose a match, I'm not going to instantly demote. I should demote, but I'm not. I'm going to be negative, like, 15, 20 or something like that. It's stupid. They need to get rid of that. And they need to get rid of Chrono Shield, because I could be negative 20 or something playing with other GM players, even though I'm not supposed to be in GM. That's stupid. Like, that little tiny window is just enough to ruin other people that are in that rank. It's so stupid, bro. Like, ugh. You can be you just remove the negative stuff, bro. Just straight up remove it so that you don't get matched with people that aren't. You're not that rank. Why are you in there? Like, that's my issue. You're not supposed to be there. And you will have one extra game to fuck over people that are in that rank.
Second, the difference between your competitive score and the enemy team's average competitive score affects how many points you gain or lose. If a player's competitive score is lower than that of the enemy team, the system recognizes that the player is challenging a stronger opponent. In this case,
okay, this all makes
a
sense.
victory will grant an extra bonus
so if
to
you're a
the
GM,
base points,
you're in a GM lobby and you're a diamond
will
player.
result in fewer points
Yeah,
deductions.
that makes sense.
The reverse applies when facing lower ranked teams.
Yeah, makes sense.
Examples: players' competitive score 3,500, enemy team's average 3,500. Win plus
Everything
20
seems to be
base
pretty
points.
basic so
Lost,
far.
minus 20
There's nothing
base
that's
points.
like
Players' competitive score 3,500.
what we don't already know. At least I don't
team's
already know.
average 3,700.
That you're gonna gain
Win
more.
plus 25 base points. Lost, minus 15 base points. Players' competitive score 3,500. Enemy team's average 3,300.
You win, you're gonna get less.
Win
like
plus 15
yes,
base points.
something like that.
Lost, minus 25 base points. This reflects your individual performance tailored to your hero's role.
How does MVP
Performance
and
points
and
reflect how well
see,
you played during the match.
it's based on your character.
This reflects your individual performance tailored to your hero's role.
Yeah, it was here. I remember they saying hero's role and whatever character you're playing. So how it works is that, like, let's say you're in bronze and you're a Spider-Man player. It checks how good the score of whatever your KD is compared to, like, the average Spider-Man in that role. If you're, like, dropping 50 kills, you're obviously not supposed to be in that role. So it'll give you a lot more points. Like, as a bronze Spider-Man or silver or whatever, it checks the average of whoever plays that character in that rank and gives you bonuses based on that.
Performance points reflect how well you played.
I don't think it gives
match.
you negative less points based on if you play like shit, though. So, I mean, it's just free benefits.
Because heroes in Marvel Rivals have
But I think it's tied to role now instead of just character.
We don't just tally up stats.
But how does it
Even
weigh in
if
against your
two
teammates?
players
What do you
contribute
mean, how does
equally
it
to
weigh in against your teammates? It's tied to holy shit, that's fucking loud. I took my headphones off, I'm sorry. That was loud as fuck. I gotta fix that. That was loud as fuck. Okay. What happened? Who don't know? I didn't get to read it. I don't have a way to pull it up. I should probably get a way to pull it up. Oh, that's awkward. I don't have a way to pull it. I got a dashboard. Hold on. Yo, Kiko, thanks for the 6. You're not supposed to be doing this, but thank you for the 6. Damn troll. Oh, why is it not working? Oh.
outcome, their raw stats may look very different depending on which hero they played. Instead, to accurately evaluate your impact, we use several steps to calculate performance points. For each hero used in the match, we normalize match stats to a per 10-minute value and convert that into a single performance point, depending on which we don't just tally up stats. Even if two players contribute equally to the outcome, their raw stats may look very different depending on which hero they played. Instead, to accurately evaluate your impact,
let's say like you're a Jeff player.
we use several steps to calculate performance
Jeff gets a lot of
points.
kills compared to like.
For each hero used in the match,
like
we normalize match stats to a per 10-minute value and convert that into a single performance value.
Based on how long the match is. We
compare that to the average performance value for that same hero at your rank.
Well, obviously, if it's a long-ass match,
that gives a hero-specific performance coefficient. The better you perform versus the average, the higher your coefficient. If you played multiple heroes, we time weight those.
Yeah, I told you guys this. If you keep switching characters, it affects your thing. It like changes your thingy or whatever.
Efficient.
If played multiple heroes, we time weight those. We time weight those to get your match coefficient. Yeah.
We then compare your performance coefficient to your team's average
gets a little janky
to
if you keep
determine
switching
your
characters.
final performance points.
That's why like you should try not to switch characters.
A Diamond 1 player spends 4 minutes as Loki and 6 minutes as Invisible Woman in a 10-minute match. Let's break down the performance points calculation. First, the system converts their in-game stats to 10-minute averages and then convert them into performance value. Assuming Loki has a performance value of 1,200 and Invisible Woman has 1,000. Next, the system finds the average performance value for Diamond 1 players with those heroes, which we will assume Loki and Invisible Woman both are 1,000. We then calculate the performance coefficients. Loki's coefficient is 1.2, while Invisible Woman's is 1. This is then weighted by playtime. The overall coefficient works out to be 1.08.
Okay.
Finally, this player's coefficient is compared to the other 5 teammates. Let's say that they are 1, 1, 0.8, 0.8, and 1.15, resulting in an average of 0.97. This gives us the final adjusted performance coefficient of 1.11.
Not doing the math for that, just know how it works.
Once both your base points and performance points are calculated, your final score is determined by weighting these two parts. The weights vary by rank. As you climb the ranks, the weighting of base points will gradually increase, while performance
Jeff
points
gets MVP easily.
increases.
Get a good ult.
In lower ranks,
everyone just one-shot them all or
have
something.
A higher weight to
Easy
help
MVP.
skilled players rise faster. Higher ranks shift weight towards base points for consistency. Example: a player wins a rank match, earning 20 base points and 30 performance points. If the player is in silver, with a base point weight of 0.4 and a performance point weight of 0.6, the final score gained is 26. If the player is in celestial, with a base point weight of 0.7.
So it's harder once you get to higher ranks.
Point weight of 0.3.
Because I mean,
the final score
players are getting better. Just character scores overall should be better.
Our players hail from all corners of the globe, each with different time zones and connection speeds. Balancing fast matchmaking with fair matches has always been our challenge and focus for ongoing improvement.
It is hard to do fair matchmaking and balancing matches at the same time. That's why like some guys don't want to do roll queue. It makes the queues take longer.
In rivals, players are matched based on server node selection, team composition, competitive score.
Whoa!
Matchmaking
Whoa! I don't believe that.
Players are matched based on.
I've had matches where I've had 5 DPS players on the same team. Like DPS mains all on the same team, and we're like, so who's gonna play healer? Like what?
Server node selection, team composition.
Server node selection.
Competitive score.
Team comp. How is this based off of team? I don't get the team comp part. Let me see.
Once matchmaking starts, the system looks for opponents on your chosen server or servers. As wait time increases, the system gradually expands the search to higher and lower ranks, helping you get into a match promptly. The expansion is kept to prevent unbalanced games. Once we have 12 players within the acceptable rank range, the match is set. Teams are then arranged to minimize differences in average competitive scores.
I want to see this. How does this part work?
Team matchmaking is based on team size.
What?
For fairness, a 6-player team will only face another
6-player team. I'm about to say, I thought they meant like team is in like the roles.
An exact match can take time.
Of course, this is based off that. This is obvious stuff.
Taking into account all the factors, like competitive scores, server selection, etc. Since launch, 5-player teams have been disabled to protect solos. For other team size, the system opens up to more combinations as wait time increases. Take a 4-player team, for example. The first system tries to match with another 4-player team, but if none are promptly found, it will eventually expand to mixed teams like 4-1-1 versus 3-2-1. Longer waits means broader competitive scores ranges, and reaching the upper limit of the range can result in a difference in scores between the two teams. From the matchmaking results, this would appear to be an unbalanced battle. However, tightening the rules would mean much longer waits and a bad experience. This is the core challenge, balancing matchmaking quality and speed. Team queues make this speed versus quality trade-off more noticeable.
I'm not getting the fucking answers I want from watching this, I'm not gonna lie.
At higher ranks, there are fewer players and they are spread across different servers, so this happens more often.
But this stuff is just obvious game matchmaking shit. It's not like, whatever.
The trade-off more noticeable. At higher ranks, there are fewer players and they are spread across different.
That's why they try to make it so you can queue into big groups. Wait, what? Did I miss something?
So this happens.
Like all the questions I have are just like they're just dodged. Yeah, literally. It's just everything I'm getting is just basic matchmaking jargon. Tell us why we're getting trash players and hiring. I mean, we know why. It's just matchmaking ranking is too easy. I thought they were gonna answer the team question about how you guys match players, but they don't match players based off like what are roles they play. Clearly, they just match players just based off the stuff they listed.
Often. So, after careful review, starting in Season 3.5, we've temporarily restricted teams of 4 or 6 players from matchmaking at higher ranks, where their balanced matches are high.
Okay, well, yeah, this was obvious. I would see people like Moxie, top 10 player for Marvel Rivals. I think he's running number 1 right now, probably. I could check leaderboards. Maybe he is. He's not at the moment, but I would see people like, yeah, Tab, Moxie, Blur, like just stacked up with like, actually probably not Blur, stacked up with like a 6 stack or like 4 stack at midnight games are taking ages to get a match in like a 1 hour queue. Like, and like I remember I was watching Necros one night, and like they couldn't get a match because all the people that were queuing in stacks.
Moving forward, we will continue to
at high ranks, it
explore
was
new
like cooked.
solutions to better meet the diverse needs of
So
players.
people were just getting ults. It takes too long to get a queue, so that's why they're like
to help you better
changing this stuff.
understand
And also,
how
it's
the
hard to get a
matchmaking
balanced
system
match
works.
around
Here's
it
an example
because you need
scenario.
another 4.
Suppose player A teams up with player B and player C to queue for competitive. In this scenario, player A is Diamond 1, player B is Diamond 3, player C is Platinum 1. The average rank of this 3-player team is around Diamond 3. They select only the Oregon server node for matchmaking. Since there aren't enough teams of the same size and rank in the queue on this node, the matchmaking system
like
gradually
Diamond.
expands the
Wait,
search range
the
of
average is
time
what?
passes. Enough rank of this 3-player team is around
Diamond 3. Oh, it's like Diamond 2, Diamond 3. Yeah,
Diamond
somewhere
3.
around that. That sounds about right.
They select
Oh, so
only
it's
the
gonna be over? You
Oregon
woke
server
up?
node for
It was supposed to
matchmaking.
be, but
Since there aren't enough teams of
mean,
the
you see
same
the sub counter
size
keeps
and
getting
rank
higher.
in the queue on this node, the matchmaking system gradually expands the search range as time passes. After 5 minutes, the system finds 9 more players who meet the criteria. These 9 players include another 3-player team with an average rank of Platinum 1, a 2-player team with an average rank of Diamond 2,
3,
and
2,
4
and
solo
4.
players, player D, Diamond 1, player E, Diamond 2, player F, Platinum 1, player G, Diamond 2.
It was annoying playing solo and fighting
To
a
ensure
3-stack,
fairness,
but
the system
nothing you
first
can do about it.
places the 2 3-person teams on opposite sides. Then, the remaining team compositions are Side A, 3-player team plus 2-player team plus 1 solo player. Side B,
say once more,
3-player
so
team
no one
plus
said
3
that.
solo players.
No one said that.
Now, the exact team split is determined by the solo players to make both sides' average ranks as close as possible. The fairest division is Side A,
Side
3-player team, Diamond 3 average, plus 2-player team, Diamond 2 average, plus player F, Platinum 1. Side B, 3-player team, Platinum 1 average, plus player D, Diamond 1, plus player E, Diamond 2, plus player G, Diamond 2. In this scenario, there are still notable rank gaps within each side. For example, Side A's player F, Platinum 1, and Side B's player D, Diamond 1, each have a 2 to 3 division differences from their teammates. This means there can be internal team imbalances. Assume once the match begins, the role selections are as follows. Side A, the 3-player team picks a Vanguard player A, Duelist player B, and Strategist player C. The 2-player team chooses a Vanguard and a Duelist. Player F, a Duelist main, sticks with his preferred role instead of filling the missing Strategist slot. To balance the team, the Duelist player B from the 3-player team fills as a Strategist. Side B, the 3-player team picks a Vanguard, Duelist, a Strategist. Player D picks an additional Strategist. Player E picks another Vanguard. Player G picks another Duelist. We believe that this is a situation many players have encountered before. In this case, Side B has a strategic advantage, as all 6 players are playing their main roles.
So it does take
Side
your
A,
roles into
A
account.
Duelist main is forced to fill as a strategist.
That actually, wow.
And the lowest ranked player is also playing Duelist, which may weaken the team's synergy.
It actually takes that into account? What the fuck? I was right. It does. Well, I mean, I was wrong.
We have
I thought it doesn't.
a lot
It does.
of feedback from
They're
the
lying.
community, with many
What do you mean they're lying? Let's do overtime.
players are as follows. Side A, the 3-player in Side B's player D,
I mean, it's kind of hard to calculate that, but I mean, I don't think it is. I mean, you could just look at someone's profile and instantly tell, oh, they're a support player or a DPS player. Like, if you look at my player, look at stats, and you look at all seasons, these are all DPS characters. Every single character right here is DPS. It just checks whatever role you have the most hours on. That's literally it. That's literally all it does. And then it will like give. It's probably not perfect in the way it gives or takes points, but
in this case, Side B has a strategic advantage.
Yeah, it's a little probably funky if you're a Phil player though. If you're a Phil player, it gets funky, huh?
As all 6 players,
it's not gonna be perfect. It's kind of hard to make that perfect. Wait, what is this?
From the community, with many players believing that our matchmaking system employs EOMM, engagement optimized matchmaking. This would imply manipulating the matchmaking queue to keep players' win rates around 50%, ensuring they remain engaged in the game. We want to be clear.
Nah,
Marvel Rivals does not use EOMM.
That shit isn't real.
So, why do some matches feel uneven? Why do certain players encounter win or loss streaks?
Why?
We would like to take this opportunity
there is no
to
more
provide some insights, hoping to clarify some of the confusion for everyone.
This shit, bro.
In a competitive two-sided game, the fewer players on each side, the more accurately the competitive score reflects individual skill. However, as team size increases, this accuracy drops, since even if both teams have identical average scores, other factors like teamwork and coordination can sway the outcome.
Teamwork and coordination.
Additionally, because we don't lock roles, players might end up playing a role they are less comfortable with, which means they may not perform at their rank's full potential.
Correct.
Even if you are assigned your preferred role, playing a hero you are less skilled with can also affect your impact in the match. So, why don't we add role queue?
They can't. I mean, they don't want to.
We believe that allowing players the freedom to play as their favorite superheroes and team up with others to create diverse
it will make the queues take too long.
Encourages more varied strategies and gameplay. Second,
that part
adding role-based matchmaking would significantly increase queue times, while still failing to fully eliminate skill discrepancies between matches. Where there are choices, there will be.
As much as I hate how long queues would be at higher ranks, I fucking love roll queue. It's the one thing I miss about Overwatch. Roll queue? I fucking love it. I gladly send a long ass queue, bro. If it means I get to actually play whatever the fuck I want to play. I mean, at the higher ranks, you probably wouldn't want that though, but
differences.
Yeah, and too much people want to play DPS for roll queue to work, and no one wants to play. Was it tank right now? No one wants to play tank right now. Well, at least last season, no one wanted to because all the flyers. But
objectively, it's quite challenging to have an equal number of players across the
optional roll queue. Optional. Nah, because then half the people would be playing roll queue and half the people would be playing normal. You can't just. There is no half and half.
To strike a balance between matchmaking speed and fairness,
splitting the players might be a good idea.
Ranges for each roles would have to differ.
Oh, and if you're not in the United States, you're cooked. Yeah, if the queues would be long for us in the US, imagine you in like fucking Brazil or some shit. Like you're cooked. Like you're in like I don't know, like Europe. Actually, I think a lot of people in Europe play Marvel. Like if you're somewhere like that's not that popular, you're cooked. Yeah, this game is dead outside of you. I don't know if it's dead, but like it's definitely not as popular outside of the US.
Roles with fewer players.
There's some other games like League, Overwatch, other stuff.
While roles with more players would require higher thresholds. This, in turn, will lead to greater variance in match quality. We are working to introduce more interesting vanguards and strategies in future updates to give players more choices. But these changes will take time to develop. We thank you for your patience. Statistically, win and loss streaks are a matter of probability. For example, if two sides are truly 50-50, over 3 games, the chance of 3 consecutive wins or losses is 12.5%. Over 10 games, the chance of 3 or more wins or losses in a row rises to 50%. So, over enough games, everyone will eventually experience win or loss streaks. For those interested, you can use tools to calculate the probability of achieving a streak, whether it's 5 consecutive wins or 5 consecutive losses.
That's him admitting it?
Under different win rate scenarios over 10 matches. Of course, the game isn't pure math.
Yeah, let's just math.
Several
like,
in-game factors can increase the likelihood and impact of streaks, making these experiences
like, what is the chance someone will go on a 10-win streak compared to like a 3-win streak? For example,
team average scores are rarely perfectly balanced, so actually win rates may not be exactly 50%. When queuing consecutively, you may face some of the same players in back-to-back games, which can carry over the outcome chance from previous matches.
Oh, that's what we saw BBL Bucky like 3 times in a row.
Team matchmaking, where the pool of available combinations is smaller, especially during off-peak hours or in less populated regions.
I beg your
Even if the probability of a streak occurring is just 1%,
Bucky, dude?
Marvel Rivals' large player base means many will experience that.
Where was he? What is he at? Did we lose that match?
We are constantly analyzing feedback and refining our
BBL
systems.
Bucky, we saw this guy like 4 times or some shit.
Help us shape a better experience. Thank you for being part of the Marvel Rivals community. We are excited to keep improving with you.
Oh, we're done? I'm not gonna lie, I didn't answer anything. It just told me stuff I already knew. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, it's cool to see that your roles actually do take effect of what it actually does check your roles before making you guys matched on the same team. But I mean, it's not perfect. At least it's just not perfect. But that's the only question I had that actually got answered. Does it check people's roles before putting them all on the same team, so it doesn't put like 6 DPS players on the same team? It does. It's not perfect. It's just not perfect. So matchmaking isn't ass. The players are ass. Gotcha. No question that was answered was EOMM, which is a fucking lie. Okay, well, EOMM obviously isn't real, but like EOMM, people wouldn't believe EOMM would be real if like matchmaking was harder. I mean, not matchmaking was harder. Ranking was harder, but they don't want to make ranking too hard because people with a job that come home from work just want to chill. But if you just want to chill, go play casuals, not ranked. But like in casual, you get no sense of accomplishment. So like, bro, all I'm trying to say is that people that play more should get rewarded more. That's how it should be in every game. This is not fucking Mario Party. This isn't a luck-based game or some shit. If you play more, you should get rewarded more. Yeah, if you want to just chill, go play casuals. Like, I don't know what to tell you, but whatever. Anyway, that's enough Marvel. We marveled out. How's SK's doing with her games? Is she cooking? Oh, I didn't look at that. Let's play Strive.